Welcome viewers, this is Steven Fox, and this is my review of the Xiaomi Mi5S Plus. As usual, we're starting with the unboxing. It's a very premium box by Xiaomi with USB Type-C cable and a fast charging charger inside. Here are the tech specs, but you've seen them already. Now, if you've not heard of Xiaomi, then you've not heard of any smartphone, because this is one of the major players in the smartphone business and one of the largest Chinese electronics manufacturer in general. They produce TV boxes, quadcopters, cameras now, and almost everything. But they've started as a phone company and they've been quite known, and they were like number 3 in the smartphone business up to 2 years ago, but they've fallen down the pecking order. Now Oppo's taken their place. They may be around 5th now, but they have really huge influence on the smartphone market, especially with the Mi series, and this is why I'm reviewing this phone. This is the Mi5S Plus. You can see there's a fingerprint scanner that works great, like 20 out of 20 times, no problems, works really fast. This is a premium device. This is more type of Mi 5 Note thing, that they do not to be confused with the Note 2, which is a totally different device. You can see the basic layout of the UI. I've shown it for you before. It's nothing really general. You have, again, this is a multinational ROM. We have lots of languages, so I'm pretty sure language is in there, so that's really good for international users. Xiaomi's Android skin is called MIUI. They've been using that since the start. As you can see, this is MIUI 8 running Android 6.01 Marshmallow, with MIUI 9 coming. That's gonna run Nougat on this device. Now, this is one of the most customizable Android skins you can find on the market. In general, you have so many options like this reading mode, for example, contrast settings, display options. You get all sorts of notification shade changes, app permissions. You also get an auto start feature without having to root your phone, so this is something nice. You get an antivirus system also included. It's pretty sweet if you like to customize. There's also like huge amounts of themes and wallpapers, which are pretty great, and they're all for free, unlike Sony and Asus and other manufacturers that choose to have the users pay for them. And this is the capacitive buttons on the back are backlit. It's a very small backlit, but they're quite visible in low lighting conditions at night. As you can see, the display is absolutely gorgeous. Super IPS panel. Reveals are great. Colors and production is fantastic. Even if you crank up the contrast a little bit, it still works great. This is the multitasking menu, which you can use for large previews and just the icons. And also, this is the Mi account, which you definitely must have in order to install themes and wallpapers. So I recommend you registering one. You don't need to use your phone. You can sign in with the email, of course. As you can see, I've downloaded some. I'll show you how to download a few themes here. You just go in and you can see the preview and just download it, and then later you can apply it. No charges, no nothing. And here's also wallpapers. This is really high quality stuff, guys. It's not like some half-baked theme, skin, and wallpaper. These are all really quality picked wallpapers and themes for your device, so you never ever get bored with your device using MIUI. I find myself changing the themes over and over again. It's really simple. You just go in the theme and you can change lock screen, home screen, apply to both, everything. So as far as customization option goes, this is one of the best at all in the market, and the themes are quite lovely. You can see, check out this theme, it's one of the best I've ever seen. and it works really quickly. You can see it's absolutely great. It's like having a new phone altogether. Very professionally done. And you have also simpler themes as well, and there's plenty of iOS, Samsung Galaxy, Find Me, and other, resembling the popular Android UIs in the theme store as well. So if you're aching for that iOS feeling or something, you can download that. But I find these other themes quite good, especially this Autumn one. It's really nice. Now, this really neat feature, this comes with an IR remote, and you can use it to control your AC. Now, the setup process is a bit slow, so don't get discouraged. Find your device, wait for it to respond. It may not respond for the first time, but it will respond, as it with me, on the second or third time. And once it responds, you can see it responded, and you can now control your AC or TV or whatever you want. So let me show it to you. So I'm going to turn this bad boy on, and Eureka! And you can use it to control all the devices in your room, so this is pretty neat. And of course, now I'll show you a bit of info. This is Snapdragon 820, and it's packing all the sensors and everything.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
As far as benchmark goes, this is the top phone. Snapdragon 821 is considered currently the best smartphone SoC, that system on chip or processor, as you've heard, but it's not true. And according to screen on time, this is a great device. I've had like really heavy usage with it for 2 days, and it's always have over 4 hours of screen on time, so you can easily get around 5 hours of screen on time with heavy usage a day. GPS locks really fast, really accurate. And of course, it has 4 gigs of RAM, so you can load all the apps in your phone without ever having to worry that it will reload an app. It definitely works great if you're switching between social medias and emails, fast, blazing, and by having these large previews, you can actually see what you are doing. This is great with MIUI 8. As you can see, no app reload, no nothing, instantaneous. Really fast and smooth device. MIUI is really a really mature Android skin, so it packs elegant design, premium feel, and speed. As you can see, you can open like 20 tabs on Google Chrome, no problem, and switch between them and actually work with them on a 4GB device. So this is really close to having that mobile laptop working experience on a phone, since this has a big screen. What this device is missing though is an app, is a not dual app with 2 accounts. It has that. An app that can split the screen in 2, and I can work into the separate apps. I really want this to happen, but I have to wait for Android Nougat, because it will be implemented in Nougat for every device that runs it. So maybe Xiaomi did, so I decided to do that. Wait just for MIUI 9. Its internal name is known, Snapdragon 821, Android 6.0. On top level, in every segment. Now, one thing that suffers from this is the low light performance, because it couldn't get enough light, so low light performance. If you want to take some shots in good lighting condition, but at the moment, low lighting condition photos are not that great. That can happen. This will get better. There's no optical customization yet available. Hey guys, this is my favorite part, as you know, the camera testing, and I find this cameras in this particular setup quite lovely. So this is first to get to know the UI. So you get these modes, and here's the settings on the top left, which is a bit hard to find the first time, that's why I'm showing it to you. And here you don't have like a megapixel, you have low, normal and high quality, you have 4:3, 16:9 anti-banding options, and everything else here in the settings. But to find them you have to click on the modes and then the settings. You can see you can switch between video and photo on the fly. A video mode includes slow motion and time-lapse, which you can, again, in the settings, choose between 4K, Full HD, and yes, 4K doesn't overheat, it's fine. And of course you can choose the time-lapse interval as well. But if you switch to Full HD, you don't get slow motion. Slow motion is only limited to 720p. Now let's get to the main shooter. Now, using the normal mode, which is you can get a few good pictures in, and you can use HDR. HDR on good lighting conditions is great. It's really snappy. It's like camera sensor shutter speed is really fast. This is a really premium camera in terms of performance. And when you click on the stereo mode, it actually takes the information from both sensors, the RGB and the monochrome sensor, to produce a better picture. Now you have, of course, your full manual mode. You can choose the focus. It's not like a full manual mode. It's an okay manual mode, but I've seen better. But you can control focus, white balance, exposure time, and ISO. But they are pretty limited to settings. So exposure time is only limited to half a second. You can't go more than half a second. I'm really hoping they include a few more settings in there, like middle ISOs like 150, 160, 320 instead of the regular 100, 200, 400 or something. Now this is actually the thing that I like most, the monochrome sensor. Now if I find that whatever you shoot with the monochrome sensor, even something that's really plain and mundane, all the pictures look so cool afterwards. And it's like, wow, I'm a great photographer. And monochrome is cool. Why I haven't noticed that? Well, the photography world has noticed it for years, but I've just found that out with this phone, and it's great. I can shoot. I've shot like really, like a street car mirror or something, and it looks great with the monochrome mode, of course. And but you don't get that. A monochrome mode in video, and you also don't get the manual mode in video, which is something that I think a lot of people will be interested. I'll be interested in shooting a monochrome video myself. Front cam actually is absolutely fantastic. This is one of the best front cams I've ever seen. It's 4 megapixel, but it's an ultra pixel sensor. Beauty mode works really well, and it's an f2.0 aperture, so even in low light the selfies are great. It's a wide angle lens, and on a good day the selfies look absolutely stunning. You can check the first photo I've put in there is from a selfie I took on a good sunny day. As you can see, this is, I think, by far the best selfie I've ever taken. And this is normal mode with HDR. As you can see, absolutely gorgeous clouds, plenty of detail, colors are really accurate. This is just with the regular mode. You don't need to use, you can use the dual mode, the stereo mode is great, but for low light shots, for normal shots, just use the HDR. It's fantastic. As you can see, monochrome mode, especially in low light, looks absolutely fantastic, and it's absolutely really cool to shoot in monochrome mode. As here's the stereo mode, handles exposure extremely well. There's no overexposure with the stereo mode, and low light shots have far more detail than with the normal mode, so I recommend using the stereo mode only in low light shots. Also the monochrome you can use anytime, it's great. And here's the food shot with the stereo mode, really nice. Don't ask me what the food is. And here's some video footage with the main cam, 1080p. There's no optical image stabilization or electronic image stabilization in this device, so you have to put it pretty steadily to get a good video. But overexposure is really good.
Cam video quality, so the Xiaomi Mi5S Plus. It's a cloudy day where I live,
front cam video is also absolutely fantastic. There's no overexposure or anything. You can get from the front cam video. It's really good quality front cam. Now let's get to the gaming part. So this is a flagship device, and I expect a flagship device where it's run 2 or 3 games at least without reloading. So let's be doing this real test like I did with the Le Pro 3. It's a real life test, and you can see me switching between apps in real time gameplay, no problem. For only 4 gigs of RAM, no problem. MIUI's RAM optimization is pretty sweet. So so far I have not had a case in me reloading a game or app ever, and I don't see that somebody will play more than like 3-4 games at a time. Even 2 at a time is ridiculous, but I still want to include that because you're buying a premium price device like $450, so you might expect something like that to be able to do, and you can do it, of course. So stay tuned for my final conclusions after this video. So here's the conclusion. This is a great phone, fastest performing chip on the market, absolutely stunning camera experience, huge customization options, Android updates guaranteed, great display, excellent performance, big device but handles great. I wish it had a dual Windows app, and price may put some people off, but I think it's worth it for that price. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and